I beg, pay attention. Listen to the lay down rules wey be say they don't give to every Biafra on the 30th day of May. So it's important for every Biafra to watch this video to avoid them say they say or they no hear this one. So watch to the end, and again you go listen to wetin Masina the Carlo talk concerning the day of 30th. The video will be at the ending. We have 3 segments of video on this channel, so watch to the end so that you go understand everything bit by bit. Wetin Ohanaeze talk and wetin the US government don't talk, and wetin Masina the Carlo talk at the ending of this video. Is important to you for you to watch it from the starting to the end, and share this video to everyone so that they no go everybody go there. We share it right now so that everybody go there at a lot of waiting need to happen on that day 30th. Is important. Watch it to the end. Please share this video, both WhatsApp, both Facebook, both Instagram, both TikTok. Share it everywhere so that it will go. We don't have enough time again. On 30th is the day.
The Ohanaeze Youth Council has sent a very strong message to Biafrans all over the world. According to them, they said that on the 30th day of May 2026, which is the Biafran Day or the Biafran Memorial Day, that Biafrans all over the world are expected to be on black, to wear black on that day, as a sign of remembrance of those killed during the 1967-1970 Biafran War. Not only that, they also said that on that day, families should reflect and families should also pray for those who have died in the cause to achieve Biafra. As we can see from this news, it says, Ohanaeze Youth asked Igbos to wear black on May 30th. And this news was published on the 26th day of May 2026. Now, we are going to go down to this news to see why Ohanaeze is asking people to wear black on that day, and also to see some other, instructions that are given Biafrans. Of course, you know that, May 30th is a very big day in Biafra land. Of course, I'll be here to give you an update of everything that is happening there on that very day, right? So please, if this is your first time coming across my video on my channel, please do well to subscribe, because on this channel I get you information of everything that is happening in Biafra land, in Nigeria, and even outside Nigeria. So let us go down to this news and see why or what they mean by this. Now, according to them, they said the youth arm of the Apex Igbo Socio-Cultural Group, the Ohanaeze Youth Council, has urged Igbos globally to dress in black attire on May 30th as part of activities marking Biafra Heroes Day. On that day, everybody should be on black. Okay. The group also called on governors in the Old Eastern region, particularly those in the Southeast, to officially declare May 30th every year as a day of remembrance for those killed during the 1967-1970 Civil War period. Okay, which is described as a genocide allegedly carried out by the federal government of Nigeria. So they are telling the Southeast governors to declare that May 30th every year as a, remembrance day. Honestly, it beat my mind why till now our governors has not declared that day as, a remembrance day.
In May 1967, the eastern region of Nigeria, led by the visionary Lieutenant Colonel Chukwuemeka Odumegwu, declared the independent state of Biafra after due consultations with the Eastern Consultative Assembly in response to a brutal pogrom that saw over 80,000 Igbos massacred in northern Nigeria. What followed was not just a war, it was a genocide, but it was also the story of incredible resistance. From General Philip Effiong, the brave second in command who led till the end, to fearless fighters like Brigadier Comrade Didier Nwawo, Colonel Achuzie, the Hannibal of Biafra, and Major Onwatuegu. These men wrote their names in the book of African resistance. Biafra heroes, they were soldiers. Biafra heroes were also farmers. Biafra heroes that we talk about today and remember today and honor this very day, they were nurses. Biafra heroes, they were children as well. From the fields of Abagana to the rivers of Uguta, they stood between death and dignity. They never succumbed. They never. Some of their names echo like thunder through history. General Chukwuemeka Odumegwu, the voice of resistance and father of Biafra. Major Chukwuma Kadonanzogo, young, very bold and visionary. General Alexander Madebo, the defender of the East. Colonel Joe Achuzie, the Hannibal of Biafra. Colonel Comrade Wawo, Brigadier Obugo Kanu, and many more. Though some of them may have been forgotten by history, but not by us, we remember. The nation of Biafra stood and fought, and there are some nations of the world that stood alongside Biafra. Biafra's cry for freedom echoed around the world, but the world responded in whisper. Biafra stood alone, but not completely alone. These are the nations and organizations that supported Biafra diplomatically or through humanitarian aid. Gabon, Haiti, Tanzania, Zambia, and Ivory Coast. They recognized Biafra's independence, but Britain, the former colonial master under Harold Wilson, threw its full weight behind Nigeria, supplying weapons, supplying strategies, supplying silence against the Biafran people, all in the name of protecting their oil interest in Imo State, in Abia State, and the Niger Delta, in quote. They saw oil, but we saw lives. Bruce Mayrock set himself on fire in protest to Biafra's genocide in the front of the United Nations building in New York, United States. Doctors Without Borders was born out of the need to supply and bring about succor to the suffering Biafrans during the war. The Red Cross and the Caritas showed their support for Biafra. The Holy See, Vatican, and several church organizations in Ireland, in France, and in Canada, they offered prayers and they offered aids. Today, we remember all of them. Today, we remember those who died, those who went beyond the boundaries of selfishness, the boundaries of parochial interest, the boundaries of regionalism to stand against what is contrary to the principles of humanity, in defense of humanity, not just in defense of Biafrans, but in defense of humanity and the sacredness of human life. We remember all of you today. To all those who dare to speak to power, we remember you today. Please like this video immediately, share widely. I am Pastor Maxwell. Now we like this video, share it widely, that others may understand that there is a people called Biafran people who were massacred in their millions between the 1967 to the 1970, and today they are not just alive, they are not just survivors, but they are thriving, and there is a hope of the reclamation and the restoration of the same sovereignty of this great republic that was never allowed to live beyond 3.5 years. To those who dare to speak to powers, even till today, we still remember you. But not all hands were clean. We discovered that some nations chose oil over justice. Some men chose politics over humanity. Britain armed and supported the Nigerian government with weapons, with trainings and strategic guidance. Oh, we saw that the Soviet Union and Egypt also, they supplied warplanes and bombers. We discovered that the world power, the United Nations, the United States, despite public outcry, remained officially neutral in the face of senseless war of aggression, in the face of genocide against those who are only seeking for the betterment of the future and of the people. When they couldn't defeat Biafra on the battlefield, what did they do? They resorted to what they called blockade, hunger, which is the cruelest weapon, hunger. And in the course of this blockade and starvation, over 3 million Biafran children, both women, both the elderly, they all died, not by bullet, but by the deliberate policy of starvation. Chief Obafemi Awolowo, then the Federal Commissioner for Finance, infamously declared very openly and very boldly, throwing caution into the wind. What did he say? All is fair in war, and starvation is a legitimate weapon. cutting food and medicine supplies to the Biafran territory and to the Biafran people, calling it a legitimate weapon of war, a policy that was defended, unfortunately, by leaders like Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, whose military strategies included blockades that strangled Biafra into silence. And so, over 3 million Biafrans, mostly children, they were starved to death. They were starved to death. They didn't die as criminals. They didn't die as convicted felons. They died defending themselves, their right to existence, their right to self-determination and self-governance. Kwashiorkor became the silent scream of a generation. There were traitors within the Biafran camp. You may understand. Major Emmanuel Ifajuna, one of them, a Biafran officer, he was executed for treason after leaking critical secrets to the Nigerian side. Figures like Ken Saro-Wiwa, though he was later martyred by the Nigerian government during the time of General Sani Abacha, he opposed the Biafrans during the war, believing that the Niger Delta should not be a part of it. Their choices left scars that still sting today. You need to understand that in January 1970, General Philip Effiong declared the end of the war, but not the end of the dream, which we can bear witness today, that the end of the dream has not come and is not anywhere close to coming to an end until the restoration of Biafra and the reclamation of the lost sovereignty of Biafra comes into reality.
Officer of Police administering the government of the Republic of Biafra now wish to make the following declaration. That we affirm we are loyal Nigerian citizens and accept the authority of the Federal Military Government of Nigeria. That we accept the existing administrative and political structure of the Federation of Nigeria. That any future constitutional arrangement will be worked out by representatives of the people of Nigeria. That the Republic of Biafra hereby ceases to exist.
Biafra lives on, not in borders alone. Biafra lives on, not by territories or boundaries alone, but in spirit, in ideology, and through the voice of the people. The drums of freedom beat louder than ever. We do not remember because we hate. This you need to understand. We never ever talk about remembrance of the heroes on the 30th of May out of hatred, out of selfishness, out of tribalism. We remember because they were human. We remember because they matter. We remember because memory is very, very resistant. Memory is also resistance, and silence is betrayal. If we do not remember, if we just dismiss what that happened between 1967 to 1970 with a wave of hand, that means betrayal. That means betrayal. And we are not betrayers. We remember so that our children will understand that their ancestors did not die in vain. The rising hope, which is Kanu and the new Biafra struggle. From the ashes of pain, we can see that a voice has risen, not just a voice, but an icon of freedom and reclamation and restoration of the sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra that was lost in the course of the war. Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, who has reignited a call for freedom with a courage that surpasses human understanding and conviction, despite imprisonment, despite torture, despite unlawful detention. His voice continues to awaken the conscience of millions, and his message refuses to die, regardless of state-sponsored antagonism, state-sponsored blackmail and propaganda. His vision, his dream, his message has refused to die. We call not just for his unconditional release today. We call for justice. That Kanu should be released unconditionally today. It is not just a call of his personal freedom, but a call for justice through radio waves and rallies, through courts and chains. Kanu has become the symbol of the rebirth of Biafra. Not just the rebirth of Biafra, but the restoration of Biafra. He speaks not of secession, but of self-determination, human rights, and the restoration of a stolen identity of Biafra. And despite betrayal from within and oppression from without, the hope lives and never to die anytime soon. I want you to understand that every man, every woman, from the Biafran extraction, from the Igbo extraction, you must understand that May 30th should be more than a memorial. It should be more than a memorial. It should be a recommitment to truth. It should be a recommitment to unity. It should be a recommitment to what Biafra stands and symbolizes in this part of the world.
For you to proceed in life, you must acknowledge the sacrifice of those who went before you. IPOB all over the whole world will remember our heroes every 30th of May of each year. That the spirit of those that fought and fell in battlefields all across Biafra land may accompany us on this very glorious journey towards our freedom as a people and as a nation. It is very, very unfortunate that most people don't understand the symbolism. But given the turnout here today, I am sure that 30th of May 2020 in Canada will be something exceptional. I have not come to make you happy. I've brought you very bad news. The news from back home is terrible. It is awful. As I speak to you now, we continue to make this sacrifice. We are fighting Fulani people in Anambra. We are fighting them in Delta. We are fighting them in Ebonyi. And very soon we shall also start fighting them in Abia. This is the sort of news you don't read about. These are some of the things that IPOB is doing that I'm sure most of you here are not aware of. Those who go to defend our land are dying and are being killed. There is very little or no support at all. As our coordinator rightly pointed out, every fund we receive goes towards the front line to take care of families whose breadwinners are in prison, those killed, those who are being tortured, those who are being forced to deny who they are, those of them who are fighting for you and I. I know that some of us are removed. We are in Canada. I spoke to somebody earlier today and I asked him, how do you feel being in Canada, not remembering the suffering of those who are at home, dying on a daily basis? Because I made it very clear to him there is a difference between us and white people. As you all know me, I speak the truth. It doesn't matter the audience, it doesn't matter where I am. Always I will tell you the truth. Some of us came to Canada and forgot that we have relatives at home. That some of you came to Canada by the divine grace of Elohim Chukukika Biama. That you may help support IPOB at this time to help liberate our home for all of us to go back to it. That is why you are here. But some of you have forgotten that. You think you came here by your own strength. You think you came here by your own ingenuity. That is not correct. You are here alive at this moment because of what we are doing. And that is why it is your responsibility, each and every one of you, to make sure you are part and parcel of this very noble family of IPOB. In whatever way you can support, we expect it. Because without you, Biafra will not happen. It is not about me, not about the DOS, not about my deputy chairman for now. It's about your own future. If you will not do Biafra for other people who are suffering back home, do it for your children. Because you have no religion. You have no language that can bind you together. The Jews survived for 2,000 years because they had Judaism. Hebrew was their language. But we have nothing. I challenge anybody to stand up here and speak in the local dialect for 10 minutes without adding an English word, which means that your language will be extinct if you don't go back to where you come from. That is human nature. I also remind you that if we make the same mistake of trying to find home in Canada, because nature abhors vacuum, your homes will be taken over by Fulani people in Biafra land. You know, when I say things, people think it sounds a bit strange. When I tell you things, some of you doubt the authenticity or the validity of that very information. But in time, it begins to happen. Obasanjo called us names. They called us miscreants. What are the names again they used to call us? Miscreants. Biafra. Jobless. Where is it again? Terrorists. But today, Obasanjo believes in what terrorists are saying. Danjuma believes in what terrorists are saying. What this noble IPOB family saw many years back, only now are they beginning to see it. That tells them that we are visionaries. That tells them that we have come here to do the work of heaven. And that is why Biafra will come. Some of you have doubts, but I don't. From day one, when I was arrested, when I was tortured, incarcerated, denied bail after bail in a competent court of law, when they came to kill me, when I went to rallies and they blocked everywhere, I had one thing in my mind. I knew my destination, where I was going to. And that place is Biafra. There is nothing, absolutely nothing anybody can do to this mortal flesh to get me to either abandon or deviate from this very noble cause we have embarked upon. Nothing. Some say sometimes I dress too well. Somebody wrote an article and complained that Nnamdi Kanu now wears designer suits. And I said to the fool that everything you see me wear is given to me by IPOB family members. Even as I got to Canada yesterday, what is that brother about? Is he here at all? Where is he? He's there. He gave me 5 pairs of suits. And I have very important meetings to attend in the USA. And I shall be wearing them. When we started, in those days as a student in London, when we used to attend people meetings and all the rest of it, they used to say to us, you don't love yourselves. You can never agree to be one. And I said to them that you don't know these people as well as I know them. Our people love only one thing in their life. Source of union. Only one, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not only one. It's your the truth, one simple thing only. One. And they will watch you for years. They will watch you for years. Not only are you truthful, are you consistently truthful? Once you do it, they will die for you as they did for me. 28 fair. They said instead of me to die, that they will die. 28 men fell to make sure that I'm alive. And I asked them, why can't we stay here together? They said, if you don't leave this very place, if they kill you here, IPOB will be dead, Biafra will be dead for the next 100 years.
Yes.
And I made them a promise and I said, because you have sacrificed your lives for Biafra, we will immortalize your existence with Biafra. And they will be known as immortals. Because of their sacrifice, Biafra will come. And there is nothing any idiot can do about it. Britain, I'm a British citizen.
Please, before we go on, make sure say you share this video to everyone on every social media platform. Share this video right now so that it will reach all the whole Biafra, both Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, TikTok. Share it everywhere so that all Biafrans go see this. As long as you're a true Biafra, share this video. It's important because the Biafra Day is one of the days where we say everybody need to remember both people will struggle, because many people have contributed a lot in this struggle. Many people have contributed with their finance. Many people have died that day. So many things that have happened. So it's not easy that so many people will die because of this cause of this struggle. People no go just understand the reason why they fight. They fight for the freedom of everybody. So we need to respect that thing wey be say wey happen to them. We need to respect. We get many people wey be say they lost their legs and so many things. So share this video so that everybody go hear the truth and hear the message of Biafra, so that you will rekindle the spirits of Biafra in them. Because take it or leave it, Biafra must come. Take it or leave it, Biafra don't come to stay. It's a spiritual journey that nobody can stop. Nobody can stop except God. Man cannot stop it at all. Even though they detain so many people, even though they unalive so many soldiers, unalive so many people will be say they push forward for this journey, you can't stop it. It's a spiritual journey. It's a journey that have come to stay. So take it or leave it. Have that rethink in your mind. If not say you be saboteur, if not say they sabotage the movement, they contribute to the movement. Have that rethink in your mind that Biafra must come and Biafra must stand, because you can't stay in this country where we say everybody gets we have all it takes to be greater than others in the whole world, but the leaders fail to utilize it. This is one of the things where we say Mazina the Kali, they preach against, they preach every day, say we get all the whole mineral resources, we get everything where it takes to be great in the whole world, but they know they use them. The leaders fail to use it. So why don't you allow us to go? And you people have marginalized us since 1960, where we say they don't marginalize us. So it's better for us to just go. Having Igbo president will not solve the problem. So the best thing is division, and every Biafran need to know this and have it at their back of mind that they do not belong to Nigeria. I don't already ask somebody, do you prefer Nigeria or do you prefer Biafra? The person say in the conflict because in don't tire because of the faith where they get for Biafra. They think no, they come up again. So I just want to use this opportunity. That's why we always disturb everyone to share videos about Biafra, so that everybody will know that Biafra will come. Biafra is a journey that must be fulfilled. I will not say much. Share this video to everyone on every social media platform. Don't forget to click the subscribe button for more updates. Thank you, my lovely people.